question. What would you feel like if you had your legs fused like a mermaid? Or think about what would you feel like if you were becoming old at a young age. These may seem like descriptions of non-fictional characters, but in real life, these are symptoms of disease that people actually have. When we talk about diseases, we only think about common ones and well-known ones, such as AIDS and Alzheimer's. However, there are more than just these. Today, I'll be talking about 3 different unique diseases that have interesting characteristics and symptoms. These 3 are Alice in Wonderland syndrome, mermaid syndrome, and progeria. The first symptom is Alice in Wonderland syndrome, and it's also known as Todd syndrome. It is when there's an impairment of time sense, body image, and visual analysis of environment, according to Pediatric Journal. And so basically, an individual with this disease would see an object with that is increased in size, different mass, a different color, or they may think that something's in fast mode or slow mode. Alice in Wonderland syndrome is associated with migraines and epilepsy, and is common in juvenile migraines. There are a lot of case studies done on this disease, and one of them show how this woman saw another person divided in half, and one side of the person being twice as large as the other half. And I have this picture here where the eye is increased largely, and this is the depiction of what a person with the syndrome can see. Like the Alice in Wonderland syndrome, the second disease, mermaid syndrome, is also named based upon the characteristics of this disease. It's also known as syrindomelia, and it's when the newborn's born with their legs fused together, and their feet can be splayed, or they can have no feet at all. This disease is very rare. According to NIH, only 1 in 8 million children have this disease. In the Pediatric Surgery Journal, there's only 1 to 4 cases for 100 births, and most are stillborn or die at or after birth. Even if they survive the birth, they usually die due to abnormalities with organs such as the kidney, the bladder, the genitals, and the lungs. There is currently no cure for this disease, but there are treatments such as drug therapies. And there's also this treatment where they can separate the legs. They insert these silicone bags and insert saline in them to stretch out the skin. And eventually they cut the leg in half and they cover the wounds with the stretched skin. And the last surgery, they straighten the feet that are like this, straightwards. Like mermaid syndrome, the last disease, progeria, is also named for the last disease, progeria, is also a rare disease and also has very unique characteristics. There are many different forms of this disease, and the most dangerous one is the Hutchinson-Gilford progeria syndrome. It's a very rare genetic disorder, and according to NIH, 1 in 8 million newborns are affected with this disease. This is a disease in which the child ages prematurely, and they usually die in their teens. According to progeria.org, which is a website for treatment of progeria and for children with progeria, it said that as of February 2006, 42 children are diagnosed with this disease, and that most likely there are more children with this disease that have not been diagnosed yet. The next picture might be a bit extreme. Yeah, symptoms of this disease are decreased growth, baldness, large head for the size of the jaw and the face. And as you can see in these pictures, these are described, you can see the symptoms in them. And also there's also a lot of health problems that are seen in these children, which are also seen in older people, such as stiffness in joints, hip dislocations, and cardiovascular diseases. And the average death is around the age of 13 due to a heart attack and stroke. There is currently no cure for this disease as well, and there's only drug treatment that's used, and researchers are currently trying to find a cure for this disease. Overall, today I've talked about 3 different types of diseases. First, the Alice in Wonderland syndrome. Second, mermaid syndrome. And third, progeria. All these three diseases are very interesting in the way their symptoms are, and all of them don't have a cure yet, and they're trying to find a treatment. All researchers are trying to find cures for them. Today, I hope that you guys learned about these diseases, and next time you guys see them, you guys will know about them.